'twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house not a creature were stirring, except for this. We're doing all the creatures were stirring. So all the creatures was stirring is directed by um, like a first time directors, husband and wife, Karen and David. I don't know their last names. I'll pop their last names up on the screen. Um, and stars Constance Wu from Crazy Rich Asians, which I never seen that one, but we're not here to talk about that one. So this is one of those Christmas anthology horror Christmas movies, and this is actually the first full anthology horror movie I've seen that tells different stories that end up being connected, you know? And I really love this movie. Like, me and Amanda watched this one too. We watched this one after we saw Lights Out. We wanted something, like, good to watch, you know, to get the bad taste out of our mouths. She and I has never seen it. She's never heard of it. I never heard of it. I actually got this for Christmas last year. My mom picked it up for me. And it was actually a really good movie. It was really, like, also a fun movie to watch. It was, like, it mixes horror and comedy. And some of the story concepts are pretty good. Like, there's one in which it's, like, a whole business party sort of thing. And there's, like, a killer. You know, it's kind of like a Jigsaw situation where they have to play this game, you know. There's toxic gas, you know, that could spill out, you know. The guy killed the guards and they have to open Christmas presents, and any one of them can either kill them or save them. So yeah, it's basically like Jigsaw meets The Office meets Christmas. That's how I would describe the first story. And they're all trying to figure out who is doing it, you know. So yeah, it was pretty funny. Uh, it was. There were some oh shit moments in it. Anyway, there's another story in which involves this guy. He gets trapped out of his car, you know, and there's these like two women, you know. They get out of the van, you know. He tries to get help from them, you know, about the car issue, and they're acting very weird in that. I'm not going to spoil that one, but yeah, that one was pretty cool, honestly. Pretty funny too, actually, and then there's also another one in which it was like involved like a brother and sister, I guess. You know, like the brother doesn't want her to come visit him for Christmas. You know, so but she ended up doing it anyway, and it turns out the reason. Well, I'm not going to get into too much, but it gets weird. Like everybody, like it starts like everybody else at the party acts weird at the Christmas party, so I won't get spoilers away for that. There's another story which involves it's kind of like it's almost our own take of you know the it's almost their take of the Christmas Carol. It's almost their own take of the Christmas Carol stuff with Ebenezer Scrooge, you know. And that one was pretty good. There's another story in which it involves like a killer, like somebody ran over a deer, and that deer comes back and tries to kill the person and anybody around him. That one was pretty funny. Especially at the end, you would just have to wait and see about that. And also, while all these stories are going on, there's this play, you know, these two orphans, a man and woman, actually are going on practically a date, and they go see this theater and that, and it basically segues into each story, tells you what the story is called, and through a stage play kind of gives you an idea of how kind of starts up the short story. So it was all really good, actually. I'd recommend All the Creatures Were Stirring to anybody, really, especially if you're a fan of horror, if you love Christmas horror movies. Yeah, this is really good. I may end up watching this again. I probably would watch it with Josh next time, actually. So that was my review of All the Creatures Were Stirring. Thank you guys for watching, and see you next time.